The final day of Book 1 of the Tattersalls October yearling sales saw 4 further lots make over £1 million guineas, and a new record set when a Galileo filly out of Shasti sold for 3.4 million guineas, in doing so becoming the highest price yearling sold anywhere in Europe this year.
4:36 now, something a bit special, ladies and gentlemen. Yearling consigned by Newsells Park Stud Limited.
Always one of the most eagerly anticipated lots to come under the hammer, this year's offering out of the champion producer Shasti did not disappoint, impressing bidders that included the subsequent underbidder David Redvers when she was led into the ring, and the auction opened at £500,000 guineas. The Newsells Park Stud consigned own sister to Japan, Sir Isaac Newton, and recent Grand Prix de Paris winner Mogul will be joining her illustrious brothers at Ballydoyle, having been secured by MV Magnia in partnership with Westerberg for the record-breaking sum.
She's a very nice filly. She's a great mover. We've been very lucky with Shasti in the past with Japan and Mogul, and Paul and all the lads liked her. Aidan was over a few days ago and he really liked her, and no, we're lucky to have her now.
Who's she most similar to in the family, do you think?
She's very like Mogul now, to be fair, so let's hope she's as good as him. It's a lot of money for a filly like that, but like, she's exceptionally well bred. She's very good looking, and I'm just very happy for Andreas and all his family and everything, because they've been very good supporters of Coolmore for a very long time, and it's a great result for them. I'm just very happy for them.
At 3,400,000, all done and sold at 3,400,000.
The price takes Shasti's yearling sales ring earnings at Tattersalls to over 14 million guineas, much to the obvious delight of her consigner Newsells Park Stud, who also ended this particular week as the leading consigners, selling a total of 15 yearlings for almost 7 million guineas.
She has been a sensational filly since day one, just one of those lovely fillies, and obviously out of a very special mare. Yeah, the guys did a fantastic job just to keep her in one piece and bring her here looking as well as she did. They deserve all the credit. To be honest with you, selling a horse of that quality is very easy. It's not an easy market at the moment, as I'm sure plenty of people have said, but selling one like that is a pleasure and extremely easy, but she deserves all the credit, as does the mare. She's been wonderful for Newsells.
Another Galileo filly to make 7 figures on the third and final day of selling was the Baronstown Stud consigned daughter of Grade 1 placed Prize Exhibit, a full sister to this year's Group 1 Sussex Stakes winner Mahatha, who was knocked down for 2.8 million guineas. Fierce competition from Demi O'Byrne standing with Tammy Toomey and subsequent underbidder David Redvers pushed the successful purchaser MV Magnia all the way to the standout price to secure the first offspring of a mare who was bought here at Tattersalls December foal sale by David Nagel's operation for 775,000 guineas.
She did a lovely physical, and Davy and Deanne Nagel have always said how good a filly she was, and listen, there's a great nursery, and they as well, like Andreas, have been great supporters of ours for a very long time actually, and listen, it's a great result for them too.
The million guineas mark was also surpassed by lot 416, a Kingman filly out of the listed place Sante, who added to Sheikh Mohammed's spending for the week, taking his total to almost 16.5 million guineas, when Anthony Stroud signed for the Lynn Lodge Stud consigned offering for 1.45 million guineas. Bred by Michael O'Leary's Gigginstown House Stud and sold by his brother Eddie O'Leary's operation, the March foal hails from the family of Commonwealth Cup winner Eqtidar and the Group 2 winner and 3-time Group 1 placed Massart. Also hitting the headlines in the final session was lot 510, a Galileo half-sister to Haydock Sprint Cup winner Dream of Dreams, who sold to US agent Mike Ryan for 1.4 million guineas. The exceptionally well-bred filly was part of owner-breeder Ibrahim and Pino Arachi's first Old Mill stud draft and headlined an excellent week for the fledgling operation.
She's been a dream of a filly to have, both from when she was born all the way along to this point. She's always been a class filly. She was just the most beautiful walking filly. I mean, people love a filly that really moves, and her action, she generally walked like a panther, and when she came out people seemed to fall in love with her straight away. And she has a pedigree that will stand the test of time, and you know, her ovaries in the future, I'm sure will be worth every penny. Before that, I look forward to following her on the track.
Agent Mike Ryan has enjoyed notable success on the track with his Tattersalls purchases this year and returned to secure 14 further yearlings, including this Galileo filly, for 1.4 million guineas.
From the first time I saw her, I mean, she was exceptional. What an outstanding sire. Probably the greatest sire of the last 50 years of my lifetime. She was just a stunning physical. I mean, elegant, feminine, but really looks like a runner. Most importantly, she looks like a runner.
At the conclusion of trade, marketing manager Jason Singh reflected on another edition of Book One, set this year against a backdrop of the most unusual of circumstances.
Well, firstly, I think we just have to say a great big thank you to everybody who helped this sale take place. In a world which has been turned upside down over the last 6 months, that we've been able to operate a horse sale and have a competitive one at that, I think is a remarkable thing. The international market has been fantastic. This sort of thing is always driven by success. The Americans have been great supporters of this sale this year. They've been greatly rewarded over the last few years with horses such as Newspaper of Record, Digital Age. You know, we saw last night a filly that was bought from this sale. Aunt Pearl is now favourite for her Breeders' Cup race after a win in a Grade 2 race overnight. Mike Ryan has been a fantastic supporter and very well rewarded. He's been buying for Chad Brown, who, buying in turn for Seth Klarman's Klarovich Stables, as well as Peter Brandt's White Birch Farm. They've both been very active this week. And then if you look at Australian buyers, they have the best horse in Australia at the moment is Russian Camelot. He was bought at this sale for 120,000 guineas 2 years ago. The Australians have all noticed that. They've been here trying to buy all week and, will hopefully be strong next week as well. The Bahrainis have been very strong this year, a real emerging force in British racing, and, it's been fantastic to see them playing such a strong part. And then, of course, who can forget the Maktoum family, whose ongoing support for British racing has just been remarkable. We've turned over just over 82 million guineas this week, which is a drop of about 20%. And I think it's fair to say if you'd have offered us that a week ago, a month ago, or 3 months ago, we would have bitten your hand off. Everybody is absolutely delighted with the level of trade that's taken place. The clearance rate has been just shy of 80%. We're thrilled about that. We've had so much positive feedback with the Book One bonus. Every time somebody wins one, they're on the phone. The way that prize money is at the moment in British racing, for any of these horses, they can pocket £20,000 just for winning a Class 2, 3 or 4 maiden next year. It's fantastic. I mean, over the 5 years of the scheme now, we've paid out prize money of £5.5 million, and I don't think it's gone unnoticed. To sell the highest priced yearling filly in the world was fantastic. The Galileo filly out of Shasti looked the star of the catalogue on paper. It had the physical to match. What a remarkable mare Shasti has been. I think her 7 yearlings to come through this sale ring have netted 14 million guineas, which is truly astounding. Newsells Park, turned her out today looking fantastic, and were well rewarded with a 3.4 million guinea price tag. 3 of the top 10 prices ever at Book One were achieved this year, which is a fantastic result.